Hello, everyone, and welcome to College of Business Week. We are kicking things off with a review of our Information Systems graduate program. And I'm pleased to be joined today by Dr. Joseph Schussler as he's going through his presentation. If you do have questions, we ask that you submit them using the Q&A box or the chat box, and we will handle those at the end. But for now, I will just turn things over to him.
All right. Thank you, Moni, very much. Welcome, everybody. Glad to be here. My name is Joseph Schussler. I'm thrilled to have you join us here for the webinar about Tarleton State University's MS in Information Systems program. If you're looking to take that next big step in your career, whether you're already in IT or you're ready to pivot into something new, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about why this is the moment to invest in your future and how Tarleton can help you lead the way in the digital economy. Let's start with a question that's likely on everyone's mind. Why go to graduate school and why now? The short answer is the world is changing faster than ever before, and digital transformation is leading that change. According to the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report, digital transformation was expected to displace 85 million jobs by this year, 2025. But here's the good news. It was also expected to create 97 million new jobs, better aligned to the digital economy. This isn't just a change, it's a complete reimagining of the global workforce. There is a growing digital skills gap. Employers are actively searching for professionals who can bridge business needs and technology. They're looking for systems thinkers, cybersecurity experts, and data savvy decision makers who can lead digital initiatives, secure infrastructures, and translate analytics into strategy. So if you've been thinking about a master's degree, especially in information systems, there's never been a better time. The opportunities are out there and they're growing. The real question is, will you be ready to step into one of those roles? Now that we understand why graduate school is critical right now, let's talk about why Tarleton State University is the ideal place to earn your degree. First, Tarleton's Dr. Sam Pack College of Business is AACSB accredited, a distinction earned by fewer than 6% of business schools worldwide. That accreditation signals quality, rigor, and direct alignment with employer expectations. So you're not just getting a degree, you're getting a credential that speaks volumes. Also, Tarleton has more than 120 years of experience preparing students for real world success. That means we know how to support working adults, career changers, and lifelong learners. Our MS in Information Systems program is built for flexibility and affordability, and it's delivered 100% online, making it possible to balance work, life, and graduate school without missing a beat. And here's a powerful stat from Lightcast. 77% of Tarleton alumni stay in Texas. That tells you something important. Regional employers recognize and respect the Tarleton brand. That gives you a real career advantage, whether you're looking to advance your current organization, whether you're looking to advance in your current organization or step into a new role. At Tarleton, your success is not just a goal, it's a tradition. So why specifically choose a Master of Science in Information Systems? It's simple. That's where technology meets leadership. The MSIS degree is your passport to high demand, high impact careers that bridge the gap between technical execution and strategic decision making. This program is perfect for current IT professionals looking to move up, or analysts wanting to deepen their influence, or career switchers ready to enter one of the fastest growing fields in the economy. It'll prepare you for mission critical roles like cybersecurity, where data protection is business survival, or IT management, leading systems teams in today's hybrid enterprises, or data analytics, converting raw data into insight driven decisions, and digital strategy, helping businesses innovate through technology. According to Lightcast data, roles like information systems manager, security analyst, data analyst, and network administrator are not only in demand, but offering strong compensation. The average salary for our graduates from 2015 to 2025 is $96,900, a solid return on your graduate school investment. This isn't just a degree, it's a direct line to your next level career. Let's talk about results, because at the end of the day, it's not just about getting a degree, it's about what that degree can do for you. Graduates from our program at Tarleton State are landing careers with top employers in the region and beyond. IBM, innovation hub for AI and cloud computing. L3Harris, a global leader in aerospace and defense. Blue Cross Blue Shield, at the forefront of healthcare IT. And ServiceNow, driving enterprise digital workflows. And yes, even here at Tarleton State University itself. They're also working in high impact roles like software developer, network administrator, data analyst, director of user sales, and IT project managers. In fact, 78% of our graduates are working in field, a powerful indicator that what you learn here leads directly to employment in tech. These aren't just jobs, they're meaningful careers that contribute to organizational strategy and digital transformation. That's the power of a Tarleton MSIS degree. Let's dive into what the MS in Information Systems program looks like from the inside. This degree is fully online. It's tailored for working adults. No need to relocate, no disruption to your current job. You can finish in as little as 1.5 to 2 years, depending on your pace, but you have up to 6 years if needed. So don't rush. Finishing is the most important thing. Our curriculum is robust and practical. You'll take courses in networking, business intelligence, IT project management, systems analysis and design, database management, and so on. That's just the foundation. We also offer a variety of electives and special topics courses that allow you to tailor your studies, whether you want to specialize in cybersecurity, advanced analytics, or tech leadership. The bottom line is you'll leave with both strategic insight and technical depth to lead IT initiatives in any industry. So how do you start? The program is entirely online and asynchronous. That means you learn on your schedule, whether you're full-time or part-time. You'll never be on this journey alone. We offer a cohort-based support, faculty mentorship from experienced IS professionals. And here's the big relief. There's no GRE or GMAT required. We value your experience and your readiness, not just a test score. Whether you're ready to move up, move over into a new career path, this is your on-ramp to the future of tech leadership. Let's talk about how easy it is to get started. At Tarleton, we believe that access to opportunity should be straightforward. That's why we streamline the admissions process for the MS in Information Systems program. Here's what you need. First, you need your bachelor's degree. It doesn't even have to be in information systems or in computer science. We're going to welcome students from a wide variety of academic and professional backgrounds. Then you need to complete an online application that's fast, intuitive. It just takes a few minutes to get that process started. You'll also submit your official transcripts from all institutions you previously attended. This is going to give us a little bit of background about your academic journey and ensure proper placement. And then finally, you'll submit a short essay. This is your chance to share some of your goals and your motivations and what makes this program the right fit for you. And again, there's no GRE or GMAT scores required. We know standardized tests don't always reflect a candidate's potential, especially for working professionals. So if you've been on the fence, now's the time. You can take that first step toward an in-demand career in tech leadership without jumping through unnecessary hoops. Let's talk about cost, because at the end of the day, we know that matters. One of the most compelling reasons to choose the MS in Information Systems program at Tarleton is that it offers affordable excellence. Our tuition is competitively priced among AACSB accredited graduate programs in Texas and across the U.S. While many business master's degrees can easily climb into the $30,000 to $60,000 range or more, Tarleton delivers high value, high quality education at a fraction of that cost. Tuition and fees for the MSIS program usually run $13,500 to $15,000 total, depending on residency and credit load. That's a smart investment in a high demand career field without crushing debt. Plus, we offer multiple options to help make it even more affordable. Financial aid is available for eligible students. There are scholarships specifically designed for graduate students in the Dr. Sandpack College of Business. And if you're a veteran or your employer offers tuition assistance, you may be able to stack those benefits to reduce out-of-pocket expenses even further. We encourage students to connect with our financial aid office early in the process to explore every opportunity available, because financing your graduate education shouldn't be a barrier to achieving your goals. Now let me introduce you to someone who embodies the kind of transformation this program makes possible. This is Jessica Green. She was a 2019 graduate of the MSIS program here at Tarleton. Before enrolling, Jessica was a 7th grade math teacher. She was passionate about her education, sharp with numbers, but looking for a change, something that would give her a new challenge and a clear path to a future in tech. She chose Tarleton's MSIS program because it was flexible, practical, and built for people like her, professionals with experience and drive who are ready for a new direction. Fast forward, Jessica's now an IT manager at Texas Instruments, one of the world's leading semiconductor companies. From classroom to cutting edge technology leadership, that's the power of the right graduate degree. Her journey shows what's possible when affordability meets opportunity and when academic excellence is matched by real world outcomes. Let me tell you about James Norcross, another outstanding MSIS graduate from Tarleton. James came to us after a full military career as a retired Marine, and at a time he was working in law enforcement. He had already dedicated his life to service, but like many professionals, he wanted to pivot to apply his leadership and analytical skills in a fast-growing, future-focused field. That brought him to Tarleton's MSIS program. What happened next? He didn't just land a job, he launched a second career. James went on to complete his PhD and is now a cybersecurity professor at Dallas College, where he's teaching and mentoring the next generation of IT professionals. Think about that arc, from protecting national security to now protecting digital security and passing that expertise on to others. His story highlights how this program is not just about career change, it's also about career elevation and about building lasting influence in one of the most critical fields of our time. Whether you're just starting out or reinventing yourself mid-career, this degree can open doors you hadn't imagined yet. Now let's talk about a resource that brings our program to life, the Bits and Bytes in Business podcast. Whether you're stuck in traffic, walking the dog, or doing dishes, you can still be making progress towards your goals. This podcast is your chance to learn on the go and get an inside look at what the MS and Information Systems program is really about. We'll cover topics like what it means to be a tech leader, stories of real career experts, and we dive into real world tech trends with insights from faculty and industry pros. But we also get practical. You'll learn about tips on preparing for grad school, how to balance life and coursework, and yes, how to fund it all without drowning in debt. So if you're on the fence or you just want to feel a little more confident before applying, give it a listen. It's a smart step on your MSIS journey. So thank you for spending this time with me today and exploring how the MS and Information Systems at Tarleton can transform your career. Now let's talk about what comes next, the actions you can take right now to get started. Visit the program page, go to the MSIS program website, and learn more about the curriculum, the faculty, student outcomes, and how others like you have succeeded. The QR code here will take you directly to that page. Submit your application. It's a streamlined online form. You'll need your transcripts, short personal statement, again, no GRE or GMAT required, and you'll find the link to that to apply on that same page. Connect with your advisor. Schedule a conversation with our graduate advisor to discuss your background, career goals, and best timeline for you. They'll work with you to map out a path and answer your questions. I'll get you her contact information here in just a moment. Finally, start your MSIS journey. Once admitted, you'll enroll in the first term of our 100% online program, built for working adults, flexible and career focused. From there, you'll be a part of a cohort, supported by faculty and surrounded by peers who are also advancing their tech leadership career. Once you take that first step, everything begins to move into place. Your career, your opportunity to lead, your ability to make a real impact on the digital economy. The MS and Information Systems at Tarleton isn't just a degree, it's a launch pad for your future. And if you're ready to lead the future, let's get started today. All right, we've covered a lot of ground today, from why graduate school is more relevant than ever to how the MS and Information Systems at Tarleton can transform your career path. Now let's take a moment to focus on you, your questions, your goals, and how we can help move forward. If anything's been on your mind throughout the session, whether it's about courses, admissions, scholarships, pacing, career outcomes, this is your time to ask. Here on the left, you've got Ms. Christy Cortez. She's our Dr. Sampak College of Business graduate advisor. Please feel free to reach out to her with questions regarding the admissions process, registering for classes, transferring classes in. She's your go-to source. But I'm also here to help as well. As the program coordinator for the MSIS degree, you are more than welcome to reach out to me at any time with questions about the program, a class, or just what it means to be a graduate student. Again, thank you for your time today listening, and I look forward to seeing you in class.
Thank you so much, Dr. Schussler. That's been an excellent introduction to this graduate program, and it's so clear that you are mission focused and very intentional about how you want to support students on their journey to elevating themselves in the tech world. So, to our live audience members, if you do have questions, now is your time to submit. You should see the Q&A box or the chat box. You can use either of those to submit your questions, and we will handle those shortly. In the meantime, I do have a few questions of my own for you, Dr. Schussler. And I
Sure.
wanted to start with the accreditation. You mentioned that this particular program and all of Tarleton's graduate business programs are accredited by AACSB, which is an elite level of accreditation. Only 6% of business schools worldwide have it. Can you talk more about the significance of it? I know that some employers will not reimburse students for their tuition assistance unless they are attending an AACSB accredited institution. That's how important it is in certain sectors. So please talk more about that.
Sure. Before I respond to that, I would point out to any viewers that the webinar, this PowerPoint presentation is available to our viewers by using that QR code there in the center. To address your question, yeah, AACSB is a very elite accreditation. It's a rigorous process to become accredited by AACSB. They come in and they look at your finances, they look at your curriculum, they look at your faculty to ensure that you are on the forefront of research, on the forefront of what you're teaching students, and that you're making sure that you're tracking the quality of that teaching through assessment and things of that nature. So it's a very rigorous, time-consuming process. It's something that we work very hard to achieve. We're very proud of it. And we've got I think, some very unique things going on at Tarleton in that we were able to get some programs that traditionally at other institutions, they've not been able to get accredited. Specifically at the undergraduate level, we have some non-traditional programs that the way we teach them, the way we embed them within our traditional curriculum, we were able to get those accredited, and we were the first ones anywhere to be able to do that. So we're very proud of a lot of those accomplishments. But it's because of the dedicated faculty, dedicated staff, and our leadership that we've been able to do that. And so it means that we really are quite proud of the programs that we're able to offer our students.
Well, and speaking of curriculum, all the news is talking about artificial intelligence and the changes that are coming to our world because of this. Does the coursework in this program touch on that any?
It does. What we've seen is really a couple of things. We've started to tweak some of our existing coursework to be able to incorporate artificial intelligence aspects into those courses. But then we've also started some of those topics classes that we were talking about previously in the presentation. Some of those topic classes have been specifically over different aspects of AI as well. So there is, it's not just a buzz. It's here. It's making major inroads into what we offer as a curriculum. We've also got faculty that are doing research related to AI. We've got projects at the university related to developing our own AI platforms. So there's really a lot going on there.
Very good. You mentioned that this program accepts students from any academic background, not necessarily IT, not necessarily business, but I'm wondering, are there any leveling courses that would come into play? Leveling is something that many programs use just to bring their students up to speed. Maybe they're coming from a background that is different from the program that they're entering. And so leveling is a way to expose them to some concepts and some terminology that they may not be previously familiar with. So, uh, what's the case with this particular program?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked it because we don't have any leveling requirements. You're able to really jump in your very first semester. And yes, I'm familiar. I've seen other programs where they do require leveling requirements. when they accept students that are outside of the IT field, so to speak. The way we get around that, the way we handle that is we have a class that students are required to take their very first semester. That before you get into those core classes, the systems analysis class, the database class, before you get into those core classes, you have to take that very first management information systems class. You can take some other electives if you want to take more than one class at that point, but that's the class that really introduces you to all those core concepts so that you're not going into them cold. So that's how we manage that. The examples students that I shared earlier, I think really pretty representative of a lot of our students. We have some students that come through our undergraduate program or come through the computer science program, and so they're very technically inclined, and they're developing a lot of more managerial skills. Then we also have students like I presented earlier, where they're coming from they're a teacher, they're in healthcare, they're coming from completely different fields. They have very little to no tech background, and they're looking to change things up. And so they're able to start with that class, gain that base before moving on to the more technically inclined classes.
Very good. So you mentioned that this particular program and all of Tarleton State's graduate business programs can be done completely online. And
Yep.
our learning management system is Canvas. I know for some, they really have a hard time wrapping their brain around what it means to be a fully online graduate student and what that experience would look like. Can you talk a little bit about how this particular program is executed fully online?
So yeah, as mentioned, yes, we use Canvas as our learning management system. It's a platform that allows us to deliver instructional material, assessments, quizzes, exams, things like that, all online. We, as a college, several years ago, when we shifted to Canvas specifically, we spent some time developing a common course shell so that a lot of us have a very common look and feel across our courses, which I think is very beneficial to students. That once they get into it and they become familiar with it, they can then go to the next class. And while it's going to be different, there's a lot of similarity from one class to the next, how to navigate different modules and things of that nature. Some professors will, even though it is an online class, some professors will have optional synchronous sessions where you can meet up and ask questions and talk. Others will have a lot of video content that's asynchronous. You can view it at your convenience. It really depends from one professor to the next. But we're all available here. If you've got questions, you can certainly reach out and we can do a Zoom session. Even though you're remote, you may be overseas or something of that nature, we can still have a Zoom session to talk about any questions that you've got. So we really try to be very flexible depending on the needs of the student.
And from your experience, do most students have a fairly easy time adjusting to the platform?
Yeah, in fact, I have a student this semester that she was a student years ago, decided to come back and work on her master's, and she has had absolutely no problems. She's been very surprised by how easy it was to get back into the swing of things and start taking classes that were online. She's not used to that, was not used to that platform, and was very surprised at how easy it was to be able to navigate and find things that she needed to do and keep up with her schoolwork.
And is there an app in addition to the desktop version?
There's an app on your phone that you can do most of the assignments from, quizzes and things like that. Personally, I'm not a big fan of that. I think that especially if you're answering essay questions or things like that, you really kind of need to be on a full computer, if you will. But there's a lot of, in terms of checking messages or the basic quizzes, true, false, multiple choice kinds of quizzes. You can certainly do those kinds of activities right from your phone. So depending on the needs, yeah, you can absolutely can.
Good to know. I was so interested to hear about your podcast, Bits and Bytes in Business. I was not familiar with it. How long have you been offering it, and where can people find that?
It started this semester. I think we've got 10 or 11 episodes now.
Okay.
And they can access it through here by clicking on that webinar PowerPoint presentations. The QR code was on a previous slide. for those particular episodes, but from there they can find the podcast itself. It's hosted via YouTube, so anybody can
Okay.
access it from anywhere. So yeah, take a listen, leave a comment. If you got questions, ask a question. It's there for you.
Very good. I will look for that. I don't know that we mentioned the specific number, but how many credit hours are needed to complete this degree program?
It's a 36-hour program. 21 hours are prescribed in that those represent the core. That's that very first class that you take. That's then the rest of the core of the program, the database systems analysis and so on. And then at the end of the semester, after you complete, or at the end of the program, after you completed all of your required courses, there's a capstone course. And in between there, and while you're doing some of those, you can fill in with your various electives and topics classes. The capstone course is really kind of a culmination of your overall program. So putting it all together. So in a lot of cases, we have students that will go through the various classes and they'll pick up the details here and there. That capstone helps them to bring it all together and understand how they all fit together.
Very good. Any comprehensive exams?
No, that's what the capstone course is all about.
Okay.
It handles that. So nothing separate, nothing outside of the program.
Very good. Well, and I think you had mentioned on an earlier screen, typically students complete the program in 1.5 to 2 years, but you've got up to 6 years
Yep.
to finish your 36 hours. So it's good that there's some flexibility built in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really important, I think, because we do have so many of our students are mid-career people that they're coming back to school. They're wanting to either advance within their organization or change careers. And so they're already working. They can't really afford to, stop and go to school full time. So this allows them a lot of flexibility to be able to take a class here and a class there,
Yeah.
and slowly make progress. And like I said, it's more important to finish than it is to rush through.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm not seeing any questions from the live audience, but I do want to remind them that a recording of this webinar will be available to review on demand on the College of Graduate Studies YouTube channel. And so if you need to go back and review this information, we certainly invite you to do so. And if you know of others who could benefit from this particular degree program, we hope that you will share the recording with them as well. Thank you to Dr. Schussler for your time. We appreciate your expertise. This has been so well done and so informative and helpful. And I think with that, we can end our webinar. So thank you everyone for your time. And with that, we will say our goodbyes.
Thank you.